This guy was actually taking off his clothes while driving. Then he got new clothes and put them on. Next, he put a brick on the accelerator pedal. After that, he took off his pants, climbed into the back seat, and used his feet to control the steering wheel. Then he started putting on his pants. His feet nimbly turned the steering wheel. After getting dressed, he went back to the driver's seat. He bit the steering wheel with his mouth, then started squeezing toothpaste. He stuck his head out of the car window and began to brush his teeth. Then he turned on the windshield wipers to rinse his mouth. He spat water out of the window, but unexpectedly, it landed on a man. The man thought bird droppings had fallen from the sky. This guy arrived at the entrance of the clinic. He pushed someone else's car out of the parking space and then parked his own car. He entered the clinic, and the nurse asked him to wait for a while. However, he found that the Batman comic book he liked was taken away by a boy. He sat next to the boy and wanted to read it with him, but the boy was unwilling to share. At this time, he picked up a vase and poured water onto the boy's pants. Soon the boy found his pants were wet and had to leave with his mother. Mr. Bean happily picked up the comic book and started reading it. However, it was time for his medical appointment. He walked into the treatment room and sat on the medical chair. The doctor examined him, and he got so nervous that he moved his body. When the doctor wasn't paying attention, he picked up the vacuum cleaner and played with it for a while. Then, incredibly, he used the vacuum cleaner to suck the dust off his clothes by accident. He even sucked up the doctor's drink. The doctor thought the guy had drunk the drink. The doctor gave him an anesthetic injection and then placed the syringe on the table. Mr. Bean moved his mouth and then picked up the anesthetic needle to take a look. When the doctor came back, he quickly hid it. Just as the doctor was checking his teeth, he accidentally inserted the anesthetic needle into the doctor's thigh. The next second, the doctor couldn't stand up. He tried to move forward but crashed into a pillar. The pillar fell down and knocked him unconscious. Since there was no other way, he had to do it himself. He compared with the photo, found his bad tooth, then picked up a dental burr and started to repair it. Then he applied some plaster on it. Suddenly, he found that the photo could be rotated horizontally. He had to repair another tooth. Soon, he repaired another tooth. Suddenly, he found that the photo could also be rotated vertically. This made him extremely frustrated.